This wild garlic and pea tofu is really easy to make and it's cheap too. All you need are some dried peas. These cost around 80p and that will do 2 batches. And you need some wild garlic, and then a pinch of salt. And you can add in other flavourings such as ginger if you like. I'm using 125 grams of the dried peas and roughly 50 grams of wild garlic. Soak the peas in plenty of water overnight or for at least 8 hours. Keep in mind the peas will expand, so use a large enough container. And then in the morning you'll see the peas have swollen up quite a lot. So drain them, give them a quick rinse. And then add them to a blender. With 300 ml of fresh water. Give the wild garlic a quick rinse. And then put it in a bowl and cover with boiling water. Leave that for about 30 seconds. And then immediately refresh it under cold water. Squeeze the water out of the wilted wild garlic and add it to the blender with a good pinch of salt. If you're adding any other ingredients like garlic, then add that in now too. And then blend until smooth. If you have muslin, then pass the liquid through that. If not, then pass it through a fine mesh sieve, but try not to pass the pulp through. So keep scooping around the edge, but don't press down on it. You'll be left with quite a thick pulp in the sieve. There's no need to discard this. You can use that in soups. But it's this liquid that we want to make the tofu with. So transfer it into a wide frying pan and put that on a medium heat and stir it continuously. And so just keep cooking this until it reduces to a thick paste. Pretty quickly you'll see it is starting to reduce into a paste. Just keep scraping it in from the edge. Now that it's formed quite a thick paste, I'm going to turn the heat down just so it doesn't catch. So I've got it on a low heat now, and then just continue to cook it out for another 2 to 3 minutes. So it's got a lovely bright green colour. That's why it's important to refresh the wild garlic under cold water so it keeps its nice bright colour. So I'd say that's about the right consistency now. You want it about the same consistency as mashed potato. And then you can transfer the mixture to a shallow dish or a mould. And then just put it in the fridge for a couple of hours to set. So the tofu should be nice and firm. And then you can just cut it into cubes. And then you can just pan fry them in some oil. Just turn them so they get slightly browned on each side. When they're nice and crispy on the outside, then they're ready. They have a nice garlicky flavour, but they also take on the flavours of any sauces that you marinate them in. So this is just a basic recipe. It's only dried peas, wild garlic and salt. But if you want to add in any other flavours, then you can experiment with it. You do need to use dried peas though, not frozen peas. They don't really work. Okay, thanks for watching.